Hello, welcome back. We have more blood magic done, and another report from Forest of Springs, which is where our army is sieging Erethia's throne. 34 units were hit by fireballs, 6 were killed, including a Master Shigenja, unfortunately. But not bad overall. We then got attacked by some Bellymore horrors because we made another golem, so farewell to another Onmyoji. And then also in Forest of Springs we had a ritual phase battle. So my army is down on the side of this cliff. We got Anthrax and the Golem, Sacreds, Yeti, Eagles. Pythium has sent in some Hawks and some Mantises, Comitatenses and some Windmasters. So that's pretty interesting. We have Heat from Hell up automatically from Anthrax's sword. Windmaster's mostly just summoning Aerialies, I assume. Is that a Vine Man? Okay. So first up, just going to deal with a bunch of Hawks and Aerialies. How are you taking so much damage, Worm Mage? Cold fatigue damage, heat fatigue damage. Oh, okay. Wait, does the Yeti have a chill aura? I didn't even realize the Yeti had a chill aura. Oh, okay. Sure. Okay. Well, at some point the Worm Mage dies and doesn't reform. Worm Mages have a chance of just reforming from bugs. But it just dies immediately and that's that. But we clear out the Aerialies and the Hawks and stuff, and the Cloud Mages are out. And we get up Acid Storm and Army of Gold, so, you know, leaving aside the poor Worm Mage, this is pretty trivial. Anthrax is in there chopping somewhere, behind all those great Hawks, great Eagles. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, Forest of Springs. So we wiped that out pretty easily. Didn't really lose much. Did lose the Worm Mage, but they're immortal, so he'll be back in a second, no big deal. We also managed to find all of his items as well. So we found his Thistle Mace and his robe, maybe he was wearing that, and his Earth Boots, his Moonvine Bracelet, and his Bloodstone. So that's not bad overall, you know. Just gotta wait 3 months to get him back, and we've still got all his items. Since he's immortal, his global stays up too, so we still have Mother Oak as well. But there we go. Anyway, what else happened? I mean, there's always so much stuff to go through now. I have to try and remember what was the interesting stuff. Lost some Forges, probably. It's now properly Cataclysm, it's turn 82. So this is when Cataclysm does really, really start. Lots of battles then. I know that one of the interesting ones is Kingdom of Dara. So this is that intervening province I moved my golems into, and the Temple Burning Squad. In case some reinforcements tried to move through here. Looks like some reinforcements tried to move through here, because there's just a bunch of sages. Who probably aren't scripted very well. They're doing Starfires though, which is, you know, it's not bad against the golems. One of our golems gets flight. You can see him getting hammered by Starfires there. Down to 40 health. Not too bad overall though. These guys get scared pretty quickly. Also I did Casting Blindness, which is pretty good against thugs. We resisted it thankfully, but yeah. So there we go. That one was Kingdom of Dara. Managed to, you know, stop these guys from getting to that throne at least. What else we got? We got some random raids, bouncing off, which is nice. More random raids. Got some bogus random raids. We have Man breaking siege with some stuff. Man is AI at this point. Went AI what, like 40 turns ago probably? He got dumpstered by Pythium pretty hard. Yeah, so I'm not sure how many provinces Man has left, but probably not very much. Yulafer, I think this is possibly an interesting one. Yeah. So Yulafer is my throne by Bogarus. Bogarus' god decided to bump into it. Bogarus has also gone AI now, which I guess I don't really blame them. They're pretty much out at this point. Lost all their thrones, so... He was still doing the usual buffs. Eagles jumped straight on the god. Who... What did you just cast? Was that... Body Ethereal Astral Shield? I think he's just buffing himself. We've got all of our army buffs though, so... Plenty of damage to the units. Getting up our battlefield attacks as well. Including some new ones like Solar Brilliance that I have up over here to deal with. Demons and Skelly spam. There goes the god. With his death explosion bless. Goes out in a blaze of glory. So that's Yulafer. Yeah. And a Skull of Fire, which is nice. Wiped that out pretty easily though. We did lose an Onmyoji somehow, but besides that, what? 8 Okamis, a Griffin, and a Great Eagle. Not too bad. Yeah, and since Bogarus is AI now, we get the AI message about killing his god, which is nice. Lots more raids from Pythium then. Got some scouts getting thrown at us. Pythium and Bogarus. Some random Atlantis stuff bouncing off us. Yeah, nothing else too interesting. Gnenith Mercs we took back with the Onmyoji and some cavalry. I found 7 mages and we blinded 5 of them. Wrath killed 27 things, absorbed 43 pearls, not bad. 2 Enchanted Forest battles, taking those 2 provinces for us, so also nice. 482 gold with the rainbow, and still nothing too interesting with water rally attacks. A couple of mages, but nothing huge. So one that is quite interesting is this one, because it's here, which is seemingly outside of our dominion. But I guess since this is neutral dominion, and it's a forest which is putting out our dominion, it counts? I'm not sure. It seems very odd that we get a vengeful water attack here, right? And events then, 7 air gems, 10 defense, and 8 nature gems. Where was the defense again? Is that underwater? Oh, this province. That's not too bad, I guess. It might be under threat. Unfortunately, it was only 2 PD, because, yeah, gold starts getting a bit difficult. Cataclysm. And, yeah, discovered some scouts and stuff. Forest of Springs we have not cracked open, unfortunately. It is critically damaged, I certainly hope. Yeah. So it'll definitely crack open next turn, but that's just slightly unfortunate. And Atlantis has been permanently vanquished this turn, so farewell to them. You can see in the bottom right, it's just me, Pythium, and Utgod, who is still in the game and has been doing their turns, but I don't know. It's the most passive game of Dominions ever. I noticed that they're down to 1 dot candle in these 2 forts, so they're about to feel my Dominion, I think. Both of these provinces are also adjacent to water provinces, so they're going to start getting hit by Wrath, Strands, and Vengeful, I believe. So good luck to them. But besides that, you know, I mean, I guess they're having fun just doing their own thing. Why not? Anyway, here's the map now. So, tons of moving parts in this turn. Let's see, where to start? Okay, first up, over here. There was a stack that took Titan Steps, which has some mages in it. I assume this is trying to kill golems, or maybe it's just navigating towards that fort? I don't know. They're mostly just spamming Skellies is the thing. So I guess if our golems got stuck hitting Skellies, they might just time out, but since our golems are mindless, they'd just stick around, wouldn't they? Till the absolute end. While these guys are outed, so I don't know. Maybe these are just some random mages trying to path to the throne. I'm not sure, but either way, they're in Titan Steps. So I'm going to teleport a bunch of stuff into Titan Steps. I'm going to teleport the golem from Enedra, unfortunately, because, yeah, I just need some stuff over there. I'll teleport this golem, and I'm also going to teleport the golem from down here too. And I'm also teleporting some mages as well to try and do some fire leads and air leads. which would really clear out that stuff. But I'm not sure if they're going to get those spells off, because there's a very high chance they just get eaten by horrors if they do this. But in theory, 2 golems and 2 alley spammers will pretty easily wipe that out. If it's just the golems, one of them can always fly, and he's on attack rear, so you just land on the back mages and chop them up. And after that, stack moves on. One of these golems is also carrying a nature booster and a bunch of nature gems, so that I can also put in mass flight and relief into the script in this army, which we don't have. I thought mass flight might be quite good. If we keep these golems with the army, making sure they all get flying would be quite nice, because we're going to end up with 4 golems over here. They're all geared pretty well. If they also have, Army of Gold and mass flight on them, I mean, they can help out if we attack this, because this is probably going to be quite difficult. There's going to be tons of mages here. So, yeah, that's some setup over there. This army, I keep forgetting, is not actually that huge, because it's basically just all of the big spells with almost no additional casters, really. And then the army isn't that big. Lots of Soheis, though. A couple of flying units, a couple of cavalry, a couple of archers, and a couple of big chunky things. That's it. But some golems helping out might be nice. Worst case scenario, we just weaken this enough that it gets eaten by a horror. A lot of Pythium stones don't seem that well defended. What did we get discovered seeing here? I mean, I guess this isn't too bad. Lots of PD instead of units, but some of my thrones are like that as well. I'm gonna get scouts to all of Pythium stones to see what they look like. It's a shame they've always been like so far away from me. It's hard to take thrones off Pythium, unfortunately. That's why this one is so important. Yeah, so we'll keep marching on. Slightly worried about this army because we don't have much fire resist on these guys. So things like my prophet, once he steps out of Dominion, might just get killed by fireballs or something, and probably a couple of other mages like that. The Ryujin at least have fire res, and this guy does. So, we'll keep most of our stuff alive. But not all of it. This guy probably dies, right? Oh, he's got Twist Fate, maybe not. Who knows? We'll keep marching on anyway. Moving what I can to Enedra to defend it, so got a bunch of Ryujin just holding Moonblades and doing some self-buffs and then attack large monsters. Lots of my thrones look like that now. Do have some mages here though, so there's a little communion of 3 dudes, so that this guy can do opposition. So I'll keep trying to move stuff to Enedra to keep it at least slightly defended. Other stuff down here is pretty usual. No changes really. There are more Ryujin holding Moonblades. But that's about it. Same over here. And this guy has been given a bunch of items, and he's just going to fly over to this lake and burn down this temple. And they'll also put another, pretty decent caster over here as well. Water 5, Earth 3. Not too bad. I'll give him a few Earth Gems as well, actually. Just, okay, we're out of Earth Gems, no problem. But, he could join up or whatever. We'll just keep hitting lake provinces and trying to take them. Down here, these 2 guys are now holding all of our Worm Mage's items, so they're going to go to Silvergrove and defend that. You've got this stack here that's burned down 2 temples now, which is a bit annoying. So this stack can either go to here or hit this fort. So yeah, I've got these guys going over. They'll stand in all these loose units, mostly archers, but our archers do have katanas that hit quite hard. So they'll stand in the middle. They'll do some big protection buffs. Wooden warriors and marble warriors, and then just spam some random spells. Should be enough to hold this off, because it's not amazingly powerful. Zenthra, I'm also move patrolling these random mages. Same sort of thing, they can just drop some spells to help the PD out, see if that repels this or not. Worth a shot. Atlantis has been vanquished, so I'm going to try and scout cap some things if I can. Don't have too many scouts nearby, but we can at least hit this one and then try and grab these 3. I really need some more Ryujin to just send into these, but can't really recruit at the moment because of gold issues, so yeah, a bit difficult. But it would be nice to just grab some of this random stuff off Atlantis now that they're gone. And over here, We do have stacks building up from Pythium around Yulafer. Are they just going to bump into us? I mean, they could have done that last turn. Since Pythium likes burning down my temples, I'm going to move a bunch of stuff to Polgrave to defend this temple. See if we can catch this. Why not? We'll get a shot. So there's a new golem going over. There's some random mages who I've given items to. So we've got a big air mage and a big fire mage doing Ellies. There's a random astral mage doing some regular buffs on people. We've got the golem at the Moonblade, and we've also got this guy, the Shambler Chief from the beginning of the game. You know what? He doesn't look half bad with some items. I mean, he's 18 combat speed with quickness, doing some big Moonblade chops. Got decent protection, you know. Slick body ethereal on this guy. Hey, not too bad. He's even got cold and fire res. 22 hit points. I think he'll do a fine job, you know. So he can help defend thrones as well. But yeah, we'll move these things over. Try and defend Polgrave. I have my Bishopfish nearby as well. I could also move the Bishopfish to Polgrave. I'm just really nervous about this guy dying before he gets a chance to claim the throne, so I don't know. This army looks like this. So it's pretty decent. Also got some water cannons that have siege strength, so I assume it might want to hit the throne. But mostly just a bunch of like junk units. Couple of mages. Yeah, I mean these guys aren't like super geared out, there's no gems or anything. Can probably do something here. Alright, the water cannons are pretty effective. Well, we'll do what we can anyway. Let's see. We got 6 cavalry, 15 points of PD, which is pretty good PD as well. I've got a golem, got a bunch of elementals. I think we'll be fine. Just wondering if I should bring the Bishopfish as well to do smites. Might be worth it, right? Why risk it? Let's just move the Green Arbor and then go to Yulafer. Unfortunately, I can't go straight to the throne to claim it, so I'm just kind of edging up slightly. Also going to take this province now as well to link up Moonsea. So that'll be, what, 51, 75 more income? 125. It's pretty nice at this point. This is a province where a man just broke out, so who knows what they're going to do. And I think that's it for all the important stuff. Really wish I could actually storm this now, but hey. My Bishopfish does have the items now, so he should survive any more ritual stuff. He did pick up another healing wound, but that's okay. I think that's everything to cover though. Still doing forging in low mark, so Moonblades. Another golem guy. See if he survives or not. More boots of quickness too. And I'll just quickly check the F1 screen, see if I've missed anything. Yeah, I think that's everything. So we'll just see how the map looks next turn. And we'll be adjacent to this next turn as well, so do the last bit of setup. I assume we're about to get slammed by remote rituals though, so who knows. I have every flying unit in this army on attack immediately now. And we do have a few fire mages who do Pillar of Fire immediately, so there's a little bit of instant stuff. I suppose I could have the Astral Mages do, I don't know, Mind Burn before Communion Slave? Does that matter too much? We could probably get away with doing that, because I don't think the Communion Masters are all that interesting, are they? It's just these two guys. You're not even in the Communion at first, and you don't need to be. Maybe that's worth doing, actually. These 4 guys just do Mind Burn and then Communion Slave. Alright, we'll do it like that. Alright, that's the turn though. So that is turn 82. You have active researches, but the research queue is empty. That's fine. That's turn 82. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.